Welcome to the enchanting world of Emily in Paris. Join us as we recap the second season. Emily is confused after her affair with Gabriel and her friendship with his now ex-girlfriend Camille. Even worse, Emily has a weekend getaway planned for Saint-Tropez with Matthew. The ad account for Champère, Camille's family's champagne brand, goes to Luke even though Emily believes she brought the new business to Savoir. Camille shows up to discuss the marketing campaign, though she, Sylvie, and Emily go to lunch instead. When Emily breaks away for her romantic weekend in Saint-Tropez, Matthew overhears her cell phone conversation with Gabriel about their sleeping together, which upsets him. As he leaves her on the train departing Paris, he gives Emily the tickets for a romantic weekend with Gabriel, who he says she should invite for the romantic weekend they had originally planned for themselves. Emily ends up staying at the Four Seasons Hotel in Saint-Tropez and calls Camille and Mindy to join her. Emily meets a famous fashion journalist who claims to know him, Haute, and offers to model promotional marketing fashion shots with Emily's new luggage, which features a life-size likeness of Haute etched onto its surface. Upon seeing these pictures, the Instagram response upsets Haute, and Matthew asks Emily to remove them. Later in the evening, Emily discovers that Sylvie has come to Saint-Tropez and is married to Laurent, a restaurant manager at the hotel. Later, Emily and Mindy make plans for Emily's birthday, inviting Camille and Gabriel to attend, where Emily hopes they will reconcile. During the outdoor evening dinner party, everything goes well. Camille returns to Emily's apartment for more champagne from Emily's fridge. When she gets the champagne, she discovers that Gabriel's favorite frying pan with his engraved initials on it is on Emily's stove. She returns to the evening party and says she has a toast that everyone eagerly waits for. Camille denounces Emily as a turncoat for having an affair with their boyfriend. Emily returns the frying pan and gives her presentation about Champère to Camille, who is still upset about Emily sleeping with Gabriel. At her next class, Emily introduces herself to a young bank executive from London. Suddenly, Camille is willing to leave the past behind as long as Emily stays away from Gabriel, sharing a manipulative pinky swear. Londoner Alfie hates Paris and the fakeness of Parisian life, while Emily is enchanted by it. Still, they slowly begin to thaw and, eventually, start to date. Still, Emily is conflicted about her feelings for the two men, which is only made more awkward as they meet and begin a sort of friendship with each other. About midway through the season, Madeleine reemerges 6 months pregnant, ready to enforce the Gilbert Group's policies. As she attempts to connect with Sylvie, issues quickly arise for both of these strong women about how things should be done at Savoir, putting Emily in an incredibly awkward position as she's torn between her bosses who expect very different things. As Emily found upon her arrival, Savoir is nothing like the corporate monster that acquired it. Madeleine's look at the financials shows their biggest client Antoine's fee hasn't changed despite his business growing tenfold since he first hired the firm, which Madeleine is ready to change. Still, Madeleine goes around her to confront Antoine about raising the fee at a party for his perfumery. Antoine walks away, but his wife informs Madeleine of the real reason his fee with Savoir is so low, Antoine and Sylvie's now ended affair. However, Pierre Cadotte, as his relationship with Savoir is threatened by Madeleine's actions. Upon Pierre's nemesis Gregor having a meltdown about an upcoming fashion show and his marketing team quitting, Madeleine demands that Savoir get Gregory to hire them. But when Sylvie warns Madeleine about this upsetting Pierre, she condescendingly informs Sylvie that a client should not keep them from hiring another potential client. Ultimately, the fashion show is a success with an appearance from Pierre and an ever-heated rivalry still at play. But Pierre is wholly offended. He confronts Madeleine about her American ways of handling things, deciding to leave Savoir because they do not share the same values. Blaming Sylvie, and rightfully so, Madeleine attempts to bring her to Chicago for a performance review, but Sylvie resigns, as does the rest of the Savoir team. So, it's just Madeleine and Emily left to rebuild Savoir from the ground up, leaving Emily in a lurch. Meanwhile, Alfie reveals that he was supposed to return home to London a week prior, but has stuck around to see if things are going to work in his relationship with Emily. He doesn't want to give it up, offering the idea of a long-distance relationship when he does, inevitably, return home. In a talk with Mindy, Emily subconsciously admits she is in love with Gabriel, and her choice between the men seems clear. She runs to Gabriel to tell him the truth and finally be together, only to find that he and Camille are back together. They're moving in together. Where does this leave her relationship with Alfie? Thankfully, though, Emily has another job offer on the table. Sylvie has gotten her shares of Lauren G and Saint-Tropez paid out and has decided to open her own firm. They've already gotten Pierre, Gregory, and several other clients to agree to hire them once the business is up and running. However, Gregory only agreed if Emily would join and head his account, giving Sylvie the perfect opportunity to admit she is impressed by Emily's fantastic work and that she would be a great asset to have. Whatever the case, after seeing Gabriel and Camille together, she officially makes up her mind as the finale cuts to black. One thing is clear, her adventure is just beginning. Join us next time as we dive into the next season of this captivating series.